Foggy up on the mountain this morning. I've always liked the look of that. Crisp mountain air. It's late July and it's in the mid to low 40s this morning. I'm actually kind of chilly the way I'm dressed right now. It's just awesome. I love being up here. I can't tell you how many times over the last decade or so that I've written in my journals saying how cool it would be just to live in the two cabins and bounce back and forth and enjoy the best of both worlds. I've always wanted to live up here in this cabin since I was a little boy. Happy to report I'm finally here to live out that dream. Sold off the homestead, selling off the rest of the land. Just gonna bounce back and forth between the two cabins. I'm gonna take you all with me on this adventure. So from here on in, folks, it's cabin time all the time.
The cabin project is coming along nicely, but with packing up the homestead and moving stuff into storage, then moving it again as I create a place for it, well, progress has been slow. But it's progress nonetheless. We're baby stepping in the right direction. Straightening out that floor was a good investment of my time. Now with a level plane to pull measurements from, the drywall is fitting perfectly on the first try. No wasted efforts here, man. I've certainly made some changes to this old place, but I'll be sharing those with you in another video. This is a vlog episode, a vlog with a dog. A dog who's doing a great job of keeping himself entertained.
He's carrying it by the handle.
Well, let's see here. A little butter to start things off. Butter's always good. Some sweet onion, saute them up. I put onions in everything, even my egg salad. Some sausages, well, those ought to make it tasty. Then I'll run a few zooks and yellow squash through a spiralizer. This is a great way to utilize those zucchinis. I love this thing, and I'll put a link in the description down below for you. Add a little marinara and let it simmer for a bit, and eat it right out of the fry pan. Well, yes, sir.
This old well here, dug by hand in the 1700s, and after all these years it's still producing crystal clear, icy cold water. No permit required, no expensive equipment, no gadgets. All it took was an ambitious man with a shovel, and he produced icy cold water for his family. And it's still producing water for me this far down the line. Pretty incredible, don't you think? Out here, all these old stone foundations, and there's a lot of them, and some of them, after all these years, are standing strong and true. Just incredible. Just a different class of people back then. Our society nowadays has really gone down the toilet in a lot of ways. Can you imagine nowadays if someone says, well, I'm going to build a house, and they start digging their foundation hole by hand, especially here in the Granite State. This is some bony ground. You hit a rock with every stab. But that's what they did. They dug their foundations hole by hand. They stacked up all the rocks. And some of them, like I said, are just holding their own after all these years. It's just incredible. So we're moving along in a steady forward progression now. Progress is quite a bit slower than I'd like, but like I said, it's progress nonetheless. The video I made a while ago titled How I Make My Living as a Homesteader, I spoke briefly on how I make one dream finance another. I never go into debt to fulfill a dream. I have one dream, pay for the next one, and the next one, and leapfrog forward like that, where every dream fulfilled is just a stepping stone and a jumping off place onto the next dream. And what I spoke about in that video is what I'm doing right now. Not only am I fulfilling my own dreams, but fulfilling some of my dad's dreams in the process, and I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. When I did the video last summer, when I was siding the cabin, I told you how my dad always dreamed about putting cedar shingles on the camp, putting them up in a staggered pattern. That's what I did. It was the best move I ever made. Well, another one of my dad's dreams was to own a little piece of shoreline on the lake down here. We spent a lot of time at the lake when I was growing up. Beautiful lake. Just recently a 10-acre lot came up, and I just closed on that last Tuesday. Now I have a secluded beach, a quiet little cove with a little dock, beautiful lake, crystal clear water. I've eaten a lot of trout out of that lake over the years. The property itself is just drop dead gorgeous, nice level land. It's bounded on the back by all forest preservation. Lots of beautiful timber on the land, and when you walk in on this little road that goes into it, it's got a nice meadow that I just have to weed whack down. Lots of spruce surrounding it, a lot of young spruce and some oak. I'm going to get that all cleaned up. I'm going to have a nice campsite that my kids can come up and use and enjoy the lake. Just a little road walking down to the beach is just breathtaking. It's just fantastic, and I can't tell you how happy I am that I was able to fulfill that dream of my own and one of my dad's, and selling the homestead enabled me to do that. Yeah. So I'm going to head back to New York in a day or two, get another load of furniture and lumber and supplies, come back up here and continue on the project. I'm going to continue to make videos. Unfortunately, right now, they're just spaced apart a little bit more than we all like them to be, but I'm going to do the best I can. Continue to fulfill some dreams, bring you along in the process, and keep moving forward. So until next time, folks, all the best to you, and God bless. Come on, Frankie.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go, there's a porky way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end, Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss.